You love them with all of your heart. But when a familiar hand reaches out to hug you at the end of a long day, something inside you recoils. Your skin prickles, and you just want to scream, "Don't touch me anymore." That reaction is not a rejection of love. It is a communication. It is the voice of a body that has given everything it has and now has nothing left. In this video, we will not judge that voice. We will learn to honor it. Using the wisdom of Carl Jung, we will understand that feeling touched out is not a failure. It is a sacred boundary. Think of the American woman in her midlife. She is the recharging station of the family, the soft pillow for her children, the steady rock for her aging parents, the safe harbor for her partner. Her body has become a public space of comfort. Imagine a woman named Sarah, 50 years old. She's making dinner. Her teenage son comes for a hug from behind. Her husband rubs her shoulder, and she feels a wave of irritation rise up. She stiffens. They both feel it. An awkward silence fills the room. She feels an awful guilt. Sarah's question is our question today. How do we honor our body's no while still holding on to our heart's yes? To answer Sarah's question and your question, we must first give this feeling its proper name. This is not a mood. It is not a lack of love. It is a profound state of sensory and nervous system overload. It is called being touched out. Think of your capacity for physical connection like a sponge. Every day you absorb the needs of others. A hug for a sad child, a comforting hand on your partner's shoulder, helping your aging parent get dressed, the constant low-level physical demands of a life of service. For years, your sponge has been endlessly absorbent. But in midlife, after decades of giving, the sponge becomes saturated. It is full. It cannot absorb one more drop. And when one more touch comes, even a loving one, the sponge does not absorb it. It repels it. That physical recoil, that feeling of your skin crawling, is not a decision. It is a physical reality. Your nervous system has simply reached its absolute limit. It is not a sign that you have stopped loving. It is a sign that you have stopped having space for anything else to come in. You have given all your space away. And this is where the profound wisdom of Carl Jung becomes our guide. Jung understood that the body is not separate from the mind. The body is the voice of the unconscious. It is the keeper of all the truths that our conscious mind is too polite, too kind, or too afraid to speak. Your conscious mind, your persona of the good woman, tells you that you should always be available, always be comforting, always be open. It tells you that a loving wife or mother never says no to a hug. So you smile and you endure. But your body does not lie. Your body keeps the score. It remembers every time you pushed past your exhaustion, every time you sacrificed your own need for quiet for someone else's need for comfort, every time you were the rock when all you wanted was to crumble. All of that suppressed energy, all of those unspoken no's, they do not simply disappear. They are stored in the tissues of your body, in your tense shoulders, in your shallow breath, in the knot in your stomach. And when the storage is full, the body finally speaks. It speaks a language that cannot be ignored.
That sudden flinch, that involuntary stiffening when someone touches you, is not a conscious choice. It is what we call a somatic reflex. It is your soul speaking through your nervous system, drawing a boundary that you have not been able to draw with your words. It is your deepest self finally screaming, "Enough! There is no more space here. This house is occupied." This is the most important thing you will hear today. Your body's reaction is not a betrayal of your love. It is an act of profound self-preservation. It is the last line of defense for a soul that has been starved of its own sovereign space. For Sarah in her kitchen, that moment of stiffening was not her rejecting her family. It was her body finally rejecting the role of the endlessly available public resource. It was the physical manifestation of a lifetime of unheeded exhaustion. The immense tragedy is that you have been taught to feel guilt and shame for this wisdom. You have been taught to see your body's no as a personal failure. You pathologize it. You think there is something wrong with you, with your marriage, with your love. But you cannot heal an experience that you are fundamentally misunderstanding. Your body is not the problem. Your body is the messenger. It is a sacred alarm bell telling you that the balance between giving and receiving has been dangerously broken. It is inviting you not to try harder, but to listen deeper. This is not a dead end. This is a doorway. The moment you stop judging your body's reaction and start getting curious about its message is the moment your healing truly begins. So the question is not, how do we silence this reaction? The question is, what is it trying to teach us about the sacredness of our own space? And how do we begin to honor it? So how do we begin to honor this message from the body? The healing journey does not start with trying to feel less. It starts with a radical act of reframing. We must change how we see our own bodies. For years, especially as a woman, a wife, a mother in America, you have been taught to see your body as a public resource, a community center, a place where others can come at any time to get comfort, to get reassurance, to get their needs met. The doors are always open. But this is an illusion, a dangerous and exhausting one. The reframe is this: your body is not a public resource. It is your sacred home. Let me say that again. Your body is not a community center. It is your private, sacred home. And you, and only you, hold the key to the front door. You have the right to decide who comes in and when. You have the right to lock the door and simply be quiet inside. This is not selfish. This is sovereign. But how do we do this? After a lifetime of keeping the doors wide open, how do we learn to even find the lock? You begin by learning to listen, not to the noise of the world outside, but to the quiet whispers from within the walls of your own home. I want to offer you a simple, gentle practice. This is not another task for your to-do list. It is an invitation to come home to yourself. I call it the body compass. Several times a day, I want you to pause, just for a moment. You can be washing dishes, sitting in your car, or lying in bed. Close your eyes, take a single deep breath, and bring your awareness into your physical body. And then you will ask your body one simple question. Right now, are you contracting or expanding? That is all. You are just noticing. What does contraction feel like? It is the subtle tightening in your shoulders. It is the clenching in your jaw. It is your breath becoming shallow. It is an almost imperceptible feeling of pulling inward, of bracing yourself. This feeling is your body's quiet no. It is the early warning system signaling that your energy is being depleted or a boundary is being crossed. And what does expansion feel like? It is a sense of ease. It is your shoulders dropping, your breath deepening, a feeling of openness, of flow. This feeling is your body's gentle yes. Your only job in this practice is to notice, to acknowledge the truth of what your body is telling you in that moment without judgment. For so long, you have been overriding these signals. Your body has been whispering no for hours, and you have been forcing it to say yes. The body compass is the practice of finally listening to the whisper so that your body does not have to scream. This is the beginning of what Jung called integration. You are building a bridge between your conscious, giving mind and your unconscious, wise body. You are making your inner house whole again. And when you practice this, a miracle begins to happen. The feeling of being touched out does not disappear, but its nature begins to change. It transforms from a source of guilt and confusion into clear information. It becomes data. Data that tells you when you need rest. Data that tells you when you need solitude. Data that tells you when your sponge is full. Your body's contraction is no longer a problem to be fixed. It is a compass to be trusted. It is your soul's wisest guidance system, teaching you how to navigate your life, not just from what you think you should do, but from what your body knows is true. You are learning to honor the profound intelligence that lives within your own skin. And once you learn to listen to this inner compass, once you begin to trust its guidance, the next question naturally arises. How do you act on this new information? How do we translate this quiet inner knowing into a clear, kind outer action, especially with the people we love most? That is the art of the sacred boundary, and it is where our journey continues.
So the compass is working. You are beginning to hear the quiet no of your own body. You are starting to trust its wisdom. But this new awareness brings with it the most terrifying question of all. What do I do now? How do I translate this inner truth into the outer world of my relationships without causing a wound? How do I tell the people I love most that I need space without them hearing it as rejection? This is where the real work begins. And it starts with understanding the profound difference between a wall and a boundary. A wall is an act of fear. It says, "Stay away from me." It is cold, permanent, and it creates disconnection. A boundary is an act of love. It says, "This is what I need to be able to stay connected to you." It is clear, it is kind, and its purpose is to preserve the relationship. For years, when your body has been touched out, you have been unconsciously building walls. The stiffening, the pulling away, the awkward silence, those are walls, and they create hurt and confusion. Our journey now is to learn how to build a gentle, loving boundary instead. I want to offer you a practice, a concrete, in-the-moment tool. It is a way to honor your body's no while affirming your heart's yes. I call it the sacred pause. Let's go back to Sarah in her kitchen. Her husband comes up behind her and rubs her shoulder. Her body compass screams contract. The old script is to flinch and pull away, to build a wall. The new script, the script of the sacred pause, looks very different. It has two simple steps. Step 1 is the bridge. Instead of pulling away from his touch, she gently places her own hand over his.
Do you feel the power of this? She is not rejecting his energy, she is meeting it. She is creating a physical bridge of connection even as she is about to ask for space. This single act changes everything. And then comes step 2, the gentle statement. While holding his hand, she turns her head slightly and speaks a new kind of truth, a language of loving honesty. She says something like this: "I love you so much, and I love when you touch me. Right now, my body has had a very long day, and it is feeling completely overwhelmed. It is not about you. It is about my own need for a little bit of quiet space. Can you give me 15 minutes to just finish this, and then I would love to connect with you? Let's break this down." She starts with love and affirmation. "I love you. I love your touch." She states her need clearly using I statements. "My body is feeling overwhelmed." She makes it clear it is not a rejection. It is not about you. And she gives a specific, time-bound request followed by a promise of reconnection. 15 minutes, and then I would love to connect. This is not a wall. This is the most beautiful boundary you could ever build. It is honest, it is kind, and it is clear. You are not rejecting the person, you are honoring your own body's very real, very valid need. This practice will feel uncomfortable at first. The guilt will rise. The fear of hurting them will be loud. That is the old programming, fighting to survive. Your job is simply to breathe through it, to hold steady in your loving truth, to know that with every gentle statement you speak, you are teaching the world how to treat you. And more importantly, you are teaching yourself that your needs are not a burden. They are a sacred part of you. So here is your invitation, your quiet, personal act of reclaiming your home. This week, I want you to look for one small opportunity, one low-stakes moment where you can practice a gentle statement. Maybe it is with a child who wants to climb on you when you're exhausted. Maybe it is with your partner at the end of the day. You hold their hand, you affirm your love, and you kindly, clearly state your need for a few moments of space. One small act. That's how this journey begins. Not with a revolution, but with a quiet, powerful internal shift. A shift from feeling like a public resource to knowing you are a sacred home. And what do we do with this newfound peace, this reclaimed inner space? That's where we discover the true harvest of this difficult work.
We have journeyed far today, from the guilt of a body's recoil to the deep somatic wisdom it holds. We stood at the doorway of a woman's sacred home, and instead of seeing it as a public space, we chose to see it as a sanctuary. We learned that the feeling of being touched out is not a failure of love we must fix. It is a compass we must learn to read. A sacred messenger telling us exactly where our energy has been depleted and where our boundaries need to be honored. We learned the profound difference between the cold silence of a wall and the loving clarity of a boundary. And we discovered the key, the simple, sacred, and courageous tool of the sacred pause and the gentle statement. This is the harvest of our work today. The understanding that reclaiming your own space, your own body, is not the most selfish thing you can do. It is the most generous. You cannot give what you do not have. A mother who is depleted gives her children her exhaustion. A wife who is touched out gives her partner her resistance. But a woman who honors her own home, who refills her own well, she gives from a place of wholeness. She gives her presence, not her absence.
She gives her joy, not her sacrifice. This is the great rebalancing of midlife. It is the moment you stop treating your body like a community center and start honoring it as your sacred home. It will feel uncomfortable at first. That is the sign you are growing. It will require courage. That is how you will know you are healing. Every time you speak a gentle statement, you are casting a vote for your own well-being. You are telling the universe, and more importantly, you are telling yourself that you are worthy of your own care, that your peace is not a luxury, it is a necessity. This is the path from being a public resource to becoming the sovereign guardian of your own sacred home. And so, as a declaration to your own body, a quiet anchor for this new beginning, I invite you to go to the comments below and simply write the words, "I am reclaiming my sacred space." Let this be a witness to your commitment, a first gentle step on the path back home to yourself. But I must be honest with you. As you begin to create this quiet, sacred space, as you start to spend more time alone within your own home, you may be surprised by what you find within it. Sometimes a strange grief can surface, a quiet sadness that seems to have no cause, especially on the happiest of occasions. Understanding this hidden grief, this melancholy that can visit even in moments of joy, is a profound and essential part of the midlife healing journey. And that is the sacred ground we will explore together in our next video. In that video, you will find new tools to help you understand this quiet sorrow, transforming it from a source of confusion into a wellspring of wisdom. Until then, be gentle with yourself. The journey home has just begun.